Ever watched a game of darts? It's not just a game, it's pure entertainment with a rich history and a promising future as its popularity continues to grow. Regular jaw-dropping moments and record-breaking performances only add to the spectacle. But who's the absolute greatest of all time? Stick around as we count down from the exceptional to the undisputed legends of our game. Number 10. Adrian Lewis. Let's start with a true legend in the world of darts, Adrian Lewis. This guy's been around the block, holding his own at the top of the darting game for years. What makes him stand out? He's one of the only 3 competitors who've clinched the PDC World Championship back-to-back. Back in 2011, during the final, he pulled off a jaw-dropping move. The first ever 9-darter in a world final. Talk about nerves of steel. He battled it out with Gary Anderson and emerged victorious, earning himself the nickname Jackpot. Sure, he's had his fair share of near misses, like coming second a few too many times, but there's no denying his talent. He's racked up wins in some major tournaments, including the PDC World Championship, European Championship, and the PDC World Cup of Darts. He's a force to be reckoned with, no doubt about it. Number 9. Peter Wright. The colourful Scotsman, better known as Snakebite, doesn't just stand out because of his wild mohawks. He's a real entertainer on the professional darts circuit. What's even more impressive is that he's won the PDC World Championship not once, but twice. That's right, he took out the title in 2020 and then again in 2022. An outstanding achievement by any measure. Snakebite isn't just about winning though. He brings so much energy and excitement to the game. From his entertaining walkouts to his passionate celebrations, whether you're a darts fan or not, watching him play is always a blast. Number 8. John Part. Back in the day, the Canadian darts sensation John Part was the king of darts in North America. Statistically speaking, nobody could touch him when he was at his peak. He clinched the BDO World Championship in '94, and then not once, but twice, he conquered the PDC World Championship in 2003 and 2008. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Part has this knack for making it to the big finals, like all the time, but he hasn't quite bagged as many titles as you'd expect from a player of his caliber. It's certainly not for lack of talent, he just hasn't been able to capitalise in those really big moments. From defeating the legendary Phil Taylor in '03 to being a bridesmaid in 5 major tournaments, his career has been quite the rollercoaster ride. Number 7. Gary Anderson. What would a top 10 be if it didn't mention the other Scottish darting legend, Gary Anderson? The future Hall of Famer won the PDC World Championship not once, but twice, in 2015 and 2016. Back when he was playing in the BDO League, he didn't quite hit the same dizzying heights, only making it to the World Championship final once in 2003. But once he made the leap to the PDC, he really kicked things up a notch. In 2019, he nabbed the World Cup of Darts title, adding to his growing list of accomplishments. And he's not just good, he's record-breaking. Anderson holds the record for the most 180s in a single match, hitting a whopping 22 maximums. And even when he's lost, he's still setting records. He once had the highest losing average in a world final, with a staggering 104.93. Now, that's what you call a true darts maestro. Number 6. Dennis Priestley. Dennis the Menace Priestley made history by being the first player to snatch both the BDO and WDC PDC World Championship titles. What's even more impressive is he didn't kick off his pro career until his late 30s. But boy, did he make up for lost time. Just a few years in, he rocked up to the Lakeside and totally dominated, wiping the floor with Eric Bristow's 6-0 in the 1991 final on his very first go. Then in '94, he shook things up even more by moving to the newly formed WDC. And guess what? He only went and won their first ever world title that same year, and he did it by thrashing Phil Taylor 6-1 in the final. Now, that's what you call making an entrance. Number 5. John Lowe. Coming in at number 5 on our list is none other than John Lowe, a true legend in the darts world. This guy made history by being the first player to clinch the World Championship title not once, not twice, but thrice over 3 decades. What's cool about Lowe is that he wasn't just about the fame and glitz of winning. He was all about mastering his craft. His victories in the BDO World Championship in 79, 83 and 93, along with snagging the World Masters titles in 76 and 80, solidifying his place in darting folklore. And let's not forget the epic moment he hit the first televised 9-darter back in 1984. That's the kind of thing that goes down in history books. Lowe's legacy in darts is definitely one for the ages. Number 4. Eric Bristow. Eric Bristow, also known as the Crafty Cockney, was a true icon in the world of darts, especially back in the 70s and 80s. I mean, he was the top dog, the cream of the crop. Everyone knew his name. He was practically a household staple. He was not only a 5-time BDO World Championship, but also owned the World Masters, scoring 5 wins between 1977 and 1984. Mind-blowing stuff right there. He had a crack at the PDC World Championship in 97, but fell short in the semis. The sad twist in this story was when he developed dartitis, which derailed his career for the most part. Although he briefly regained his #1 ranking in 1989, he was never really the same again. Still, he was an undeniable legend, receiving an MBE in 1989. He may have passed away in April 2018 at the relatively young age of 60, but his legacy lives on. Number 3. Raymond van Barneveld. Coming in third on our list is the beloved Raymond van Barneveld, fondly known as Barney among fans. This guy is an absolute gun in the world of darts, boasting an impressive record on both the BDO and PDC circuits. Picture this. He clinched the BDO World Championship not once, not twice, but 4 times. But wait, there's more. He's won 2 UK Opens, a Grand Slam of Darts title and a Premier League Championship. His crowning glory, though, was the unforgettable showdown in 2007 against none other than Phil the Power Taylor. Often hailed as the greatest darts match ever played, Barney defeated Taylor and won the PDC World Championship in an absolute nail-biter. Barney has definitely left his mark on the darts world, and fans everywhere just can't get enough of his thrilling performances. Number 2. Michael van Gerwen. Imagine being labelled the darts prodigy. That's exactly what happened to Michael van Gerwen. He made a stunning debut in the darts world, smashing records left and right. Within 4 years of stepping onto the scene, he threw a jaw-dropping 9-dart finish on live TV and clinched the World Masters title, setting even more records in the process. And the hits just kept coming. By the time he hit 33, he had already nabbed 3 PDC World Championships, a World Masters title, 2 World Match Plays, and 5 World Grand Prix. Oh, and let's not forget his triumph at the UK Open just last year. In late 2022, he snagged his 7th PDC Players' Championship title in just a decade. Talk about dominance. His 11-6 victory over Rob Cross was not just another win, it marked his 150th PDC title. With such a stellar track record, there's no doubt he'll go down in history as one of the greatest darts players ever. Number 1. Phil Taylor. Phil the Power Taylor. The GOAT, the undisputed king of darts. With a whopping 16 World Championships under his belt, he's like the Michael Jordan of the darting world. Not to mention he's dominated the World Match Play 16 times, and the World Grand Prix 11 times as well. Insane, right? He's claimed 6 Premier Leagues and Grand Slam titles, and he's been in a mind-blowing 14 consecutive World Championship finals. From 94 to 07, he owned that stage. Even outside the dart world, he's a big deal. Runner-up in the 2010 BBC Sports Personality of the Year award? Check. Taylor's name is practically synonymous with darts. Ask anyone, even if they don't follow darts, and they'll know who he is. But how long can Taylor hold on to the crown with Michael van Gerwen blazing his own trail? It's a question worth pondering. Will anyone ever dethrone the Power? Only time will tell. Who's your favourite darts hero? Drop a comment below. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more.